Welcome to our college briefing show. Today, we've got a mix of serious news and intriguing stories to share. First up, a former Toronto dermatologist, Paul Adam, aged 77, is in hot water with multiple sexual assault charges spanning over 2 decades. Although he resigned before any disciplinary action, the case raises questions about accountability in the medical field. Next, we turn to language trends. Interest in learning Mandarin is cooling off in Western countries like the US, UK, and New Zealand. The decline is linked to China's economic slowdown, political tensions, and the pandemic, which all make Mandarin less appealing for students and professionals. Meanwhile, regions like Southeast Asia are still seeing growth, thanks to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Finally, in the sports world, rugby league is getting a tech upgrade. The Canterbury Bulldogs are using artificial intelligence to improve coaching, recruitment, and game strategies. This innovative approach is part of a broader trend where AI is transforming how sports teams operate, promising a future where data-driven decisions could become the norm. Please continue to watch for more detailed stories. The Toronto Star reports a disturbing case involving Paul Adam, a once-respected dermatologist who is now facing multiple sexual assault charges spanning decades, from 1999 to 2022. Despite his resignation from the College of Physicians and Surgeons of Ontario and the absence of formal findings due to his voluntary resignation, the allegations paint a troubling picture of misconduct. Adam's case highlights the ongoing issues of professional accountability and the importance of safeguarding patient trust in healthcare, especially as new charges emerge amidst a history of alleged abuse. In the realm of language and cultural exchange, the South China Morning Post details a significant decline in interest in learning Mandarin in Western countries, a stark contrast to the rapid growth seen during China's economic boom in the early 2000s. Once heralded as the language of the future, Mandarin's appeal has waned due to China's sluggish economy, international image issues, and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to strict lockdowns and border closures. This shift is further compounded by geopolitical tensions, the closure of Confucius institutes, and the rise of other Asian languages like Korean, driven by cultural phenomena such as K-pop, which have captured global youth attention more effectively. The Associated Press describes the fallout from a viral incident at a Coldplay concert, where a video captured the CEO of Astronomer Incorporated in an awkward moment with his colleague, leading to his resignation amid a broader conversation about privacy and surveillance. The incident underscores how easily personal moments can be exposed and scrutinized in the digital age, especially with the proliferation of social media and AI technologies that make identification and doxing more accessible than ever. It raises questions about personal privacy, the ethics of recording in public spaces, and the rapid spread of viral content that can have real-world consequences for individuals, famous or not. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports on the impending enrolment crisis facing Victoria's Virtual School, VSV, a vital educational resource for talented performing arts students. As the school prepares to tighten its entrance criteria in 2026, many high-achieving students, who often attend private colleges and rely on VSV for their high school education, face the risk of being barred from continuing their artistic pursuits. The new requirements demand references from recognized arts organizations, but these companies are unprepared and unable to provide such endorsements due to lack of policies, insurance, or communication with the Department of Education. This has sparked concern among educators, parents, and industry bodies, who argue that the changes threaten the future of gifted students and the viability of specialized schools like Transit Dance, which trains young performers. Critics emphasize the need for sector consultation and warn that the proposed measures could stifle talent and innovation in the arts. Associated Press provides a poignant tribute to Roger Norrington, a legendary conductor renowned for his historically informed performances that challenged conventional orchestral practices. Born in 1934 and educated at prestigious institutions like Cambridge and the Royal College of Music, Norrington revolutionized classical music with his commitment to authentic sound, eschewing vibrato and advocating for faster tempos to capture the true essence of compositions. Over his illustrious career, he directed major ensembles such as the Bournemouth Sinfonietta and the Zurich Chamber Orchestra, earning 4 Grammy nominations and winning in 2001. His approach was both controversial and transformative, inspiring musicians and audiences alike to experience music as a visceral, emotionally charged art form. Norrington's death at 91 marks the end of an era, but his influence endures through his groundbreaking interpretations and dedication to musical integrity. Australian Broadcasting Corporation explores the ambitious visions of future cities envisioned by billionaires and tech entrepreneurs, which promise to reshape urban life by 2050. Concepts like floating metropolises, desert ski resorts, and cities covered in millions of plants evoke a utopian fantasy of innovation and sustainability. Yet, experts warn that many of these projects are more speculative than practical. For instance, Saudi Arabia's NEOM has been scaled back by 98%, and most initiatives remain dormant or unfeasible. Critics argue that focusing on building new cities distracts from urgent problems within existing urban areas, such as climate change, infrastructure deficits, and social inequality, that demand immediate attention and investment in green infrastructure. The article highlights how these futuristic visions often serve as PR stunts for the world's wealthiest, while genuine solutions require integrating ecological systems and addressing the root causes of urban and environmental challenges. According to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Western Australia is experiencing a horror flu season that is worsening even before the halfway point of winter. The infection rates are already approaching the total figures of previous years, prompting fears among health experts like Professor Ewan Moodley, who predicts this could be the second worst flu season in a decade. The early surge is partly attributed to increased travel and the virus's evolving nature, which makes it more pathogenic. The aging population further complicates the situation, as older individuals are more vulnerable to severe complications, leading to increased hospitalizations. Despite the rising demand and pressure on healthcare systems, officials like Premier Roger Cook argue that the system is performing well, though medical groups believe the state is significantly short of hospital beds needed to meet demand. Vaccination rates remain low, with only about 25.4% of WA residents vaccinated by late June, and efforts to promote immunization face challenges from vaccine skepticism and public apathy, making basic preventative measures like vaccination and staying home when sick the primary tools to manage the crisis. The Sydney Morning Herald reports on a groundbreaking development in rugby league. Artificial intelligence is being integrated into the Canterbury Bulldogs operations, potentially revolutionizing the sport. During a podcast, club general manager Phil Gould revealed that the Bulldogs have developed a customized AI system in collaboration with chairman Adam Driessi's company, Quantium, which is used across various departments, from coaching to administration. The AI system encompasses comprehensive data, including contracts, salary caps, and club constitution, enabling more efficient decision-making and strategic planning. Driessi, also CEO of Quantium, emphasizes that AI helps analyze vast amounts of information to identify patterns and gain competitive advantages. This innovation aligns with a broader global trend where major sports leagues, such as the NFL, NBA, and European soccer clubs, leverage AI for talent scouting, injury prevention, and tactical analysis. The Bulldogs' investment in AI, alongside a $50 million facility, underscores their commitment to long-term success, with many in the sport believing AI will be pivotal in shaping the future of rugby league. The Globe and Mail highlights the controversy surrounding a viral incident at a Coldplay concert that led to the resignation of Andy Byron, CEO of Astronomer Incorporated. After a video surfaced showing Byron and a woman, later identified as the company's chief people officer, cuddling on the big screen, the company faced backlash over inappropriate conduct. The clip, captured during the band's performance, quickly spread online, prompting Astronomer to place Byron on leave and launch a formal investigation. The company issued a statement emphasizing its commitment to its values and accountability, which ultimately resulted in Byron's resignation. Pete DeJoy, co-founder and chief product officer of Astronomer, has been appointed interim CEO while the company searches for a replacement. The incident underscores how viral moments can have serious repercussions for corporate leadership, especially when personal conduct clashes with professional standards, illustrating the growing influence of social media in holding executives accountable. According to the BBC, the first schools in England participating in the Great British Energy solar panel scheme have purchased their panels from Chinese companies ICO and Learni. Despite the government's claims that the project is a patriotic initiative owned by the British people, critics like Labour MP Sarah Champion argue that supporting Chinese suppliers, especially those linked to forced labor allegations in Xinjiang, undermines ethical standards. Both Chinese firms have publicly stated they prohibit forced labor, but concerns persist due to China's dominance in the solar industry, over 80% of global manufacturing stages, and the lack of transparency in supply chains. The UK heavily relies on Chinese solar panels, with 68% imported in 2024, and reports from Sheffield Hallam University have highlighted ongoing issues with supply chain ethics, particularly concerning the exploitation of Uyghur Muslims. GB Energy, a state-owned enterprise, insists all contracts comply with UK modern slavery laws and is committed to ethical sourcing, but critics remain wary about the true transparency of the supply chain and the broader implications of supporting Chinese manufacturing in renewable energy projects. The BBC also reports on a fire at the old Foyle College building in Londonderry, where firefighters responded swiftly to a blaze that broke out in the evening. With 5 fire engines, including an aerial unit, dispatched to the scene, residents were advised to stay indoors and keep windows closed due to smoke inhalation risks. The incident caused traffic disruptions on Duncragan Road, with police closing the area to facilitate emergency operations. The swift response underscores the importance of preparedness and community safety measures in urban emergencies, though the cause of the fire remains unreported, leaving questions about potential hazards or vandalism. The Sydney Morning Herald details the resignation of astronomer CEO Andy Byron after a viral incident at a Coldplay concert. Footage captured on the big screen showed Byron and the company's chief people officer sharing an intimate moment, which was quickly identified and circulated online. The company responded by placing Byron on leave and launching a formal investigation, emphasizing its commitment to corporate standards and accountability. Pete DeJoy, co-founder and chief product officer, has been appointed interim CEO as the company searches for a permanent replacement. This incident highlights the risks of public privacy breaches and the speed at which viral videos can impact corporate reputations, especially in an era where surveillance and facial recognition technologies make it easier to identify individuals in public spaces. The event serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between public entertainment, privacy, and corporate responsibility in the digital age. According to the South China Morning Post, Taiwan has recently made a controversial move by pledging to donate funds to an Israeli settlement health project in the West Bank, a region internationally recognized as occupied Palestinian territory. This donation, made during a visit to the Binyamin Regional Council, signals Taiwan's attempt to strengthen ties with Israel amidst mounting global criticism of Israel's military actions in Gaza. Experts warn that this act constitutes a direct financial endorsement of Israel's settlement activities, which are deemed illegal under international law by bodies like the UN Security Council and the International Court of Justice. The donation could jeopardize Taiwan's standing with the global South and European nations sympathetic to Palestine, as it appears to breach international norms by supporting the settlements directly. The move also risks complicating Taiwan's diplomatic position, especially given China's stance on Taiwan's sovereignty and its critical view of Taiwan's engagement with Israel's settlement projects. While Taiwan's representative emphasized the humanitarian aspect of their aid, critics argue that funding a medical center in a settlement area may serve political purposes, aligning Taiwan more closely with pro-Israel factions and risking backlash from countries advocating for Palestinian rights. Deutsche Welle reports that Germany is forging a new security alliance with France and the United Kingdom, marked by a historic tripartite agreement aimed at bolstering European defenses amid threats from Russia and uncertainties surrounding US backing. This alliance, dubbed E3, signifies a strategic pivot to deepen cooperation on military and security issues, including mutual aid obligations, in response to the evolving geopolitical landscape. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz's recent visit to London, alongside visits by Macron and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to Kiev, underscores the urgency of collective European action, especially as reliance on US protection remains a concern. Merz has emphasized Europe's need to achieve greater independence from the US, acknowledging past reliance as free-riding, and has committed to increasing Germany's defense spending. Meanwhile, tensions with Poland have surfaced over border controls, illustrating the complex dynamics of European unity. The alliance's focus on security cooperation highlights Europe's desire to stand stronger together, especially in light of perceived threats and the potential for reduced US involvement, signaling a significant shift in the continent's strategic posture. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email. Scrolling through the headlines.
crazy day. 6 degrees of stories connecting in their way. From the weather to the sports and everything we see. People making news on TV screens for free. 6-degree world, where the news comes in a whirl. Every story ties together like a ribbon in a twirl. Sit back and watch it all, big and small they call. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all. A laugh, a cry, a sigh, news is flying high. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all. A laugh, a cry,